So this video is for a very dark man who has been doing a lot of mediocre journalism lately as it relates to Mohbad. It is for Iyabo Ojo, for Tonto Dike, for Mr. Polo, for everybody in that group chat that very dark man claims he bought with 20 million naira, and for every Nigerian who gave a voice to justice for Mohbad. But first of all, I'd like to address the rank and file followers of very dark man. Some of them are going to call me ugly. They're going to be very offended that I'm wearing my hair, my natural hair. They're going to call me ugly because I'm not wearing a Bone Street wig. I have nothing against wigs. I used to wear them, but no more. They're going to be very offended that I'm dark-skinned, so they're going to call me ugly based on that. Quickly, stop watching the video. It's not for you. Go straight to the comment section. Start typing your insults there. But to very dark man, I see that you are offering anybody who has any kind of evidence of Naira Marley bullying Mohbad to come forward with it, and you give the person 20 million naira. Very dark man, I will give you 20 million naira and some change if you can come up with any evidence of where Mohbad, during any of these misunderstandings, arguments, fights, like couples do with his wife, where he questioned the paternity of his son. Where he said, if anything happens to me, it is because somebody else may be the father of this boy, and so you removed me so that that can be concealed. I want any kind of evidence. I will send 20 million to any account of your choice, anywhere in the world, if you can come up with that kind of evidence. You see, very dark man, let it be known that when people were demanding for justice for Mohbad based on substance, nobody knew the primary cause of his death. That's why somebody like Iyabo Ojo pushed for Mohbad to be exhumed, pushed for an autopsy to be carried out, and after all those two are completed, be given a befitting burial, because nobody knew the primary cause of his death. But at least everybody could see from the things that he left from his songs. He sang about it, he tweeted, he filed a police report, he made videos. Everybody could see based on substance that this guy was bullied. So people were demanding for justice based on bullying. Based on that, at least these guys be brought to book. Let every stone be turned. But while we're trying to turn the stone of bullying, at least that was substance before us, you were being used to distract it into a DNA issue. You put a big question mark on an innocent little boy's paternity. That is and was Mohbad's only legacy, that nobody could drag or argue that, oh, I don't know anything about music catalog and how it's handed over to the family. But that little boy was Mohbad and is Mohbad's only legacy. You attacked the people fighting for justice for Mohbad. You were fighting people. You started calling some people failed actresses. You were on the loose while we're using substance to demand for justice. We did not say primarily you took his life. Iyabo Ojo made the video where she said, it means psychologically, emotionally, mentally, you traumatized and killed him. She was right. Now, nothing she said in the past, because now you're saying, Iyabo Ojo, come outside, come and tell people what we discussed. I'll come to Iyabo Ojo. So let it be known that you distracted it. There is no amount of you trying to reinvent yourself. As far as it concerns Mohbad, you cannot succeed. You were used to distract justice from Mohbad. Everything you're doing now, you're still clouting. I saw that you gave somebody 24 hours ultimatum, I think Zlatan, to come forward. He didn't come forward, so what happened? Now to Iyabo Ojo, I really love the stand that you took during justice for Mohbad. I respect you. I do. I really do. And some of the things you've done in the past. But with justice for Mohbad, I think you kind of stepped down from a certain pedestal. I understand that you and Tonto Dike and some other people took a back seat because his family were messing the whole thing up. But you accepting or requesting a meeting with very dark man, I think that was personally disappointing for me. Look at what he's doing. Somebody like Tonto Dike, who in a million lifetime is not going to meet Mohbad, who is not going to dignify him because he said he found the group chat. There's nothing in that group chat that's wrong. Somebody like that, what's he going to do? What is very dark man going to do to Tonto Dike? Who is not going to give him 1 second of response? After all this is mediocre journalism, what's he going to do next? Go to the Supreme Court and file a fresh charge that he's not happy with the finding of the coroner inquest? Is he going to hire all the sons in Nigeria and bring you before the CJN? I feel that people are beginning to cave to this guy because he's a manipulator. And the person that is not trying to manipulate is Mr. Polo. Mr. Polo, you said this, you said that. What did Mr. Polo say? Mr. Polo said, I didn't know it was this bad. What he was saying, a lot of people until Mohbad died did not know that he was going through all these things. All these things started surfacing. Mr. Polo was one of the people that saw it and said, I didn't know it was this bad. He had confided in me that. So now you're trying to claim as if, oh, you're the one who knew the whole truth from the beginning. You see, Mr. Polo, why didn't you see me as a son? Why didn't you call me to call me so that we can meet and discuss so I can show you what I know? You're acting as if you're the one who knew this thing from the beginning and every other person was wrong. Very that one, you were the wrong person. You were the one who was distracting this case, who was calling for DNA, while people were calling for justice based on substance. Then you said something about Iyabo Ojo. Yeah, we had a meeting, and I told her she was looking down remorsefully. I said, I understand, you're emotional because you're a woman. What does that even mean? What does that mean? That's an insult to who this woman is. That she's emotional. Does that make, because she's a woman, makes her a less human being? Or you're the logical one? You're the one who saw the light from the beginning, who knew the truth. Have you offered an apology to let Mohbad's widow and to his son for the DNA request that you were championing? What is the connection between everything that happened? The coroner has ruled that it's medical negligence. You say you don't believe it. You said the group chat said something about the thing is going to end up in the nurse's head. Anybody could have thought so, because these people look like they have some kind of protection It looked like they had some kind of protected status. That's very Darkman and Naira. I mean, Naira Marley and Sam Larry. When you see the kind of people that they said they were associated with, so people were saying maybe it's the nurse. I don't see anything in that group chat that was wrong. They're not saying, I told her that she's a woman. I understand. So she's emotional. That's a very dumb statement to make. That's a very Darkman. You're so slow. You're very slow. I can't believe you're this slow. So everybody who demanded for justice, no amount of whatever you whitewashing Naira Marley and Sam Larry can remove them from bullying Mohbad. It has been ruled that it was medical negligence. We take that decision. If you're not happy, you can hire all the sons in Nigeria after you finish all this your mediocre journalism with people like the one who claimed that she's best friends to Mohbad but could not tell you how he was bullied. When you finish all this your journalism, you can pack up all your evidence, go to Supreme Court. If you're not satisfied with the judgment of Supreme Court, file before the International Court of Justice. I don't know why these people are running helter skelter. Yesterday, Mr. Polo was saying, yeah, very Darkman is doing some good. As far as it concerns Mohbad, very Darkman, you were still in the wrong. You were clouting. I think you thought this is some of the things that you watch on TV. Okay, so let's make it about DNA. No, we were asking for justice based on substance, or you were asking for justice based on some kind of fairy tale movie that you watched, and you were clouting with the whole thing, and you gained notoriety, and you still have not backed down. You're trying to make yourself feel, oh, I'm so monumentally influential, I have the loudest voice, so I'm going to manipulate and make people cave. And some of them are caving to you. Somebody like Mr. Polo, you made a video, you should have seen me like a son. But Mr. Polo, but I would like to see you. I'll be so disappointed if that man agrees to see you. Very Darkman, you've been in the wrong. As far as it concerns Mohbad, you're still in the wrong. I still, as far as Yabojo, I still am very disappointed that she either requested to meet you or she agreed to a meeting. Everything that woman did from when Mohbad passed until now was right. I want to assume that I'm Yabojo. You bring me before any court in Nigeria or outside the country. Yes, I am Yabojo. This was my stand based on bullying. I said something. It meant psychologically, mentally. You took him. But I did not know the primary cause of his death. That's why I was pushing for an autopsy. That's why I demanded that he be exhumed. If I knew anything, would I try to implicate myself? Would I know that this is what happened to him? Or I have a narrative to push, but I'm still trying to bring the truth to light. Like, don't you know that an autopsy is the final answer? An autopsy is the final answer. It will reveal anybody that has a hand in anything, anybody that has any kind of hidden agenda. So I don't know why anybody's running helter skelter. I don't know why you found in the group. It doesn't make sense. All these things that you're saying you are doing, and I have a message. Nobody should be giving you all this attention, because as far as Mohbad, I know that there are things you've done. I've seen some of the things you've done that are good. But as far as Mohbad, you owe Liam, his son, an apology. You owe Nigerians an apology. No matter how you try to invent yourself in this, you were wrong. No matter how you try to whitewash his bullies, it's not going to work.